Now on CoastTV News.
Mainly cloudy skies this morning with some patchy drizzle. Otherwise, we start to finally dry things out. We'll see great weather to end the week and into the weekend as well. I'll have the forecast details coming up.
After Hurricane Helene, efforts underway in Delaware to ship supplies to those in need in the south.
And increased fees for emergency services, while the Rehoboth Beach Volunteer Fire Company says more money is needed as calls continue to rise.
Holding developers accountable, we have details about a new House bill aimed to protect taxpayers during neighborhood paving projects.
This is CoastTV News Today.
It is Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024. Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley.
And I'm Elisa Weber. Matt Pensick has the day off, and welcome to our 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah, Lisa, another day waking up to those wet roads. Not so much rain, but the wet conditions.
I know, and October is my favorite month, so it's not off to the best start, but there's still a lot more days to go. I'm a fall girl, so I'm happy.
Good. Is it your favorite month because it's kind of that first kickoff to like spooky season?
Yeah, and I love like the fall colors, the foliage, you know.
All that good stuff.
It's all good to me, but we're going to bring in first up meteorologist Bob Trahey, who I also know enjoys the fall. Good morning, Bob.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Delmarva. And Elisa, I'm with you. I love the fall season, and October especially. So many great things going on, including Halloween. And the weather is a little spooky out there this morning. Not too bad. We have lots of clouds, and as Paige alluded to, some wet roads. So we've got leaves falling too. So watch out. Maybe a little slippery in spots. There's a little bit of patchy drizzle that you don't see on radar, but it is out there. And a few more light showers back to the west. But the trend is for drying as we go through the day. There is a cold front back to our west. That will tend to weaken as it heads our way, but we will still dry things out as we go later in the day. Out the door, 66 in Georgetown, Redden 65, so probably need the light jacket. 69 in Ocean City, 69 in Bethany Beach, and maybe the raincoat too. There's a little bit of drizzle out there. We also have a northeast wind that's pretty gusty, over 20 miles per hour along the coast, so maybe a little bit of flooding at time of high tide. Otherwise, clouds, a little patchy drizzle the next couple of hours. Mainly cloudy this morning, then increasing sunshine into the afternoon, but highs only in the lower 70s, 60s at the beaches. Then we clear it out some more as we go into the evening hours. So grab the sunglasses. You see a lot of cloud icons, but we will see the sun eventually, and really more sunshine as we go through the end of the week into the weekend. Much more on that fall-like forecast coming up in just a bit.
Thanks so much. Right now, Delawareans across the state are looking to help fellow Americans in need in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. Local businesses and churches are now hosting Hurricane Helene relief donation drives. One woman, Sherry Long, is a veteran and is accepting donations at Old Paths Church of Christ in Georgetown. Long says, as a veteran, this service is very special to her.
This is not about a party. This is not about a partisanship. This is about caring about your fellow man. Someone needs. And we need to help one another. That's what we're supposed to do.
And the first round of donations will be accepted at Old Paths Church of Christ up until Friday, and you can drop off your items between 9 a.m. and noon.
And the vice presidential nominees, Democratic Governor Tim Walz and Republican Senator J.D. Vance, squared off overnight in the first and only vice presidential debate.
Yeah, their answers to important questions showed just how razor-tight this race for the White House is, with less than 5 weeks until Election Day. NBC's Alice Barr shows us how each made a case for their candidacy.
Won the virtual coin toss and elected.
In a largely civil debate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Ohio Senator J.D. Vance frequently referenced common ground while sparring over profound policy disagreements on immigration.
You've got to stop the bleeding. You've got to re-implement Donald Trump's border policies, build the wall, re-implement deportations.
Governor Walz bringing up the tanked bipartisan border bill.
Donald Trump said no, told them to vote against it because it gives him a campaign issue. When you don't want to solve it, you demonize it.
Pivoting to Trump-Vance false claims about Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio, that led to a dispute over fact-checking and muted mics. Abortion, another focal point, Senator Vance saying Republicans need to earn back voter trust on the issue.
The proper way to handle this, as messy as democracy sometimes is to let voters make these decisions, let the individual states make their abortion policy.
How can we as a nation say that your life and your rights, as basic as the right to control your own body, is determined on geography?
The nominees trading barbs over the economy.
Kamala Harris's atrocious economic record, which has made gas, groceries, and housing unaffordable for American citizens.
Kamala Harris's day one was Donald Trump's failure on COVID that led to the collapse of our economy.
In another flashpoint, Senator Vance refusing to acknowledge former President Trump lost the 2020 election.
Tim, I'm focused on the future. Did Kamala Harris censor Americans from speaking their mind in the wake of the 2020 COVID situation?
That is a damning non-answer.
The candidates fighting for an edge in likely the final debate before Election Day. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
And the debate stayed largely focused on domestic policy, but the nominees did weigh in on spiraling conflict in the Middle East. This just hours after Iran's missile strike into Israel, both pointing to the need for steady leadership, though they sharply disagreed on which ticket would provide it.
Happening today, the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management will begin a series of public meetings regarding plans for the construction of offshore wind turbines. The structures would be as close as 3.5 miles from the Ocean City shoreline. The proposed project would be in addition to the 114 938-foot-tall turbines that are over 10 miles from the shoreline that were already approved earlier in September. The meeting is tonight from 6 to 8, and people can register online.
And also happening today, after a firefighter was killed in the line of duty, Ellendale will discuss plans to honor its fallen hero. The town council will discuss installing a tree or bench for Thomas Berry III. Berry was killed by an electrical pole while trying to help victims of a car accident. Berry volunteered in Ellendale and Georgetown fire companies, and you can hear the potential plans at the town meeting tonight at 7 p.m.
New this morning, Berlin will welcome new town officials after Tuesday's election. Incumbent Mayor Zach Tindall ran unopposed and will serve another term as mayor. That's the same situation in District 2 for Jack Orris. He will serve another term on town council. Incumbent council member Shanika Nichols beat challenger Daniel Packey. Nichols received 62 votes compared to the 4 votes for Packey.
And new rules for the road. Governor Carney signed House Bill 297 into law, making developers accountable for paving neighborhood roads. The legislation requires developers to pay 110% of the bond for internal roads upfront, preventing taxpayers from covering these costs. The bill had unanimous support from both the House and the Senate, and it is expected to help protect community interests.
The Rehoboth Beach Volunteer Fire Company says funds supporting their services have dropped. Yet the fire company also says the number of ambulance calls this summer was higher than in the past 4 years. A new fee would have taxpayers within the city of Rehoboth as well as businesses help chip in. Rudolph Gonzalez works on the boardwalk, and he thinks the fee could upset some people.
Honestly, frustration because prices are already up. People are already paying higher taxes, higher rent, and this is just another fee. Actually, this summer wasn't as great as other summers as far as business, so a lot of the businesses are down. I don't know how they feel about having to whip out an extra fee.
And the fire company plans to meet with the city and create a task force to come up with an equal plan for everyone.
On Friday, October 4th, the Laurel School District will implement an asynchronous or fully online learning day. The district says it is due to more than 70 staff absences, impacting its ability to maintain a safe classroom environment. Students will receive independent assignments, and teachers will be available through email for any questions.
All right, we're just getting started this morning on CoastTV News Today.
And coming up, making of a mural in Rehoboth Beach. We'll show you the new and improved mural that is being brought back to life after a crash destroyed parts of the artwork.
And prices at the pump. We're telling you what drivers need to know about where gas prices could be headed in the coming months, with inflation issues still top of mind.
Microsoft AI updates will tell you how the company says its program is more personable to make it stand out against its competitors. All that and more as CoastTV News Today continues.
See the beauty of Delmarva from a bird's eye view. Soaring over the shore, Mondays on CoastTV News at 6. Sponsored by Morse Roofing and Siding.
Make sure your neighborhood feels like home with landscaping and property services by Herker Property Maintenance. We combine science and art to create and maintain the landscape masterpiece you've always dreamed of. We can handle the largest developments and commercial properties all over and provide a consistent data evaluation to keep your property perfectly maintained. Clean, innovative, fast, reliable, from landscaping to pavement services and everything in between. Take an innovative approach with Herker Property Maintenance.
I would never take a tax credit that I wasn't entitled to.
Angela also Brooks took tax deductions she did not qualify for.
Also Brooks improperly took advantage of tax breaks she did not qualify for.
Also Brooks claimed a homestead tax break for a townhouse she rented.
Also Brooks is accused of improperly claiming senior citizens tax breaks.
She used multiple methods which she was not qualified for to save thousands of dollars.
No, I don't believe I'm above the law.
Maryland's Future is responsible for the content of this advertising.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-263-0608. That's 1-800-263-0608 or go to vacutrim.com.
Hi, this is Jimmy Hoppa inviting you to join us as we take the cross to the country. Christian country and Southern gospel, all to celebrate our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Taking the cross to the country, Sunday mornings at 8 on Coast Country. Sponsored by Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling.
5:11 on our Wednesday morning. Spicer Brothers, Cam, a little hazy, a little foggy, maybe a little drizzly in Salisbury, but you'll start to dry out and warm up a little bit as we go through the day. But we're seeing lots of clouds out there right now. Maybe a little bit of patchy drizzle across Delmarva, a few more showers back to our west, but the trend is for drier weather. There is a cold front farther to our west. That will weaken as it heads our way, but it will start to bring more drier air in as we go into this afternoon and the next couple of days. Out the door this morning, temperatures in the 60s, a little warmer at the coast and a little breezier at the coast too. We're seeing wind gusts over 20 miles per hour. So on the golf course today, not too bad. In fact, I put it in the fair category, the putt. Spotty shower, maybe a little drizzle early, otherwise mostly cloudy. The rest of today, drying out, more sunshine this afternoon and around 72 degrees.
Delaware State Police will continue to investigate an armed robbery and vehicle theft that happened around 5:15 Sunday morning in Millsboro. According to police, 2 victims had driven to the location to meet someone, and when a female victim got out of her car to enter another car with the suspect, she was robbed at gunpoint, and the suspect took an undisclosed amount of cash. Meanwhile, another unidentified suspect forced a male victim out of his car and then drove away in the stolen vehicle. That vehicle was later recovered by detectives, and check out CoastTV.com for more details. And Delaware State Police will continue to investigate a crash that left 2 vehicles badly damaged. According to officials on Monday, the Georgetown Fire Company and EMS responded to a crash at the intersection of Prettyman Road and Pettyjohn Road. You can see the extent of both of those damages on your screen right now, and officials say the Milton Fire Department Station 85 came to assist as well.
Microsoft announced a major update to its Copilot AI system. The company says it's added new features to make Copilot feel more personable. That includes a warmer tone that not only provides information, but can give you encouragement and advice. The new Copilot feature also includes real-time voice interactions and the ability to interpret images and texts on user screens. Microsoft is hoping this updated digital friend mode will help it stand apart from other AI chatbots. Heads up for drivers, more than 150,000 Jeep hybrid models are being recalled due to a battery issue that can cause fires. Jeep's parent company, Stellantis, saying that the recall includes certain Jeep Wranglers and Grand Cherokee plug-in models from the years 2022 to 2024. This defect caused by malfunctioning batteries that can ignite. So owners, you've been warned, park outside, avoid charging those batteries until this issue is resolved as well. 13 fires have already been reported. Still ahead this morning, we're talking prices at the pump, how prices compare to this time last year. That could give hope to drivers despite inflation concerns.
And we're waking up to a lot of clouds, Ocean City no exception. Maybe a little bit of drizzle there, 69 on the Hershey exteriors, Cam, and a couple more hours of a little bit of drizzle. Then we're drying out finally, and the sun returns, especially for the end of the week, and the weekend is looking good. I'll have your full forecast coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on Coast TV.
Delaware Electric Cooperative is committed to helping the communities that we are proud to power. We offer the lowest electric rates in the state and give millions of dollars in rebates to members during the holiday season. Each year, we offer hundreds of thousands of dollars in funding to local nonprofits. Safety programs teach students how to be safe around electrical equipment. And through educational opportunities and scholarships, we are empowering the next generation of co-op members. DEC is proud to keep the lights on, but prouder still to invest in the communities we serve.
Smell funky? Get Skunky, the shower anywhere sponges that clean all your funky parts from your head to your feet and everything in between. Just add water, work it into a rich lather, and it's ready to use. Skunky effectively lifts and removes oil and dirt from your skin and hair without any rinsing required. Just towel dry and you're done without any sticky residue. Skunky is ideal for contractors or anyone who works outdoors. A hiking, fishing, or camping trip wouldn't be complete without Skunky. Skunky is a game changer for all ages and a must for elder care. Call now and get 20 Skunky 60-second shower pads for only $9.99. But wait, order now and we'll send you 5 more absolutely free. That's 25 showers for only $9.99. There's a strict limit of 1 family pack per order at this incredibly low price. Order now.
To order, call 1-800-615-9517 or visit GetSkunky.com. That's GetSkunky.com. Order now.
Hi, this is Jimmy Hoppa inviting you to join us as we take the cross to the country. Christian country and Southern gospel, all to celebrate our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Taking the cross to the country, Sunday mornings at 8 on Coast Country. Sponsored by Fitzgerald Salvage and Recycling.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
The time is now 5:16, and we're going to take a live look outside into Ocean City right now. And Bob, we don't see the sun up yet. I've been missing the sun the past couple of days, though. Hopefully that light rain that we've been having kind of breaks up soon, because I miss the sun. I don't know about you, Bob.
Elisa, you are not alone. Rest assured, we all miss the sun. It's been a really muggy pattern, lots of clouds, not a lot of rain. It's just kind of hit and miss drizzle. And we've been seeing that drizzle even this morning, but we will start to dry things out as we go through time. In fact, we have a cold front that's heading our way, and we will start getting in the comfortable range on the muggy meter the next few days. You can see the line is in the comfy range right through Friday and even into the weekend, looking really nice as well. The first weekend of October is looking good. It's cool to start. 72 today because we have the clouds, and then the sun comes out more so on Thursday, 75, 77 on Friday, and then the weekend looking good, 79 Saturday, and then on Sunday, 77. We're seeing lots of clouds, a few little blips of green, and it's tough to tell, but we do have patchy drizzle, maybe some light rain going on out there under this cloud deck right now. So not a bad idea to grab the umbrella out the door. And that'll be the case in the next couple of hours, as we do have a few more showers back to the west near the I-95 corridor. We have a cold front now making its way across western PA into the mountains, and that will weaken as it heads our way. But we still have drier air behind this front with high pressure. So eventually that will work in as we make our way through the week. Out the door right now, 63 in Delmar, Georgetown 66, low 67 and 68 in Rehoboth right now. We've got a bit of an easterly breeze, in fact, kind of gusty along the coast, over 20 miles per hour in Rehoboth and Indian River Inlet. So at the time of high tide, we do have the potential for seeing a little bit of flooding. Coastal flood advisory, Kent and Sussex counties until noon today. So one more high tide cycle, and that's where we could see it right along the coast. And then also for the eastern shore, coastal flood advisory as we go into tomorrow morning, and then that should be it for that. Futurecast, we're looking at clouds, a little bit of drizzle and light rain, and temperatures slowly rising this morning. And then this afternoon, more in the way of sunshine, lower 70s inland and then 60s along the coast. And then we clear it out even more tonight into tomorrow morning. And by tomorrow morning, we're into the 50s inland areas, 60s at the beaches. And as we go into tomorrow afternoon, still a few clouds and temperatures into the mid 70s inland, a little cooler at the coast. And then Friday morning, even cooler with temperatures into the 50s for a lot of us, and a gorgeous day with temperatures once again into the 70s with just a few clouds. As we go into the upcoming weekend, we dry it out even more. You see a little bit of green on the map. Don't worry about that. I think the weekend is looking fine. We're looking at dry conditions. Then another front comes through Monday and Tuesday, maybe a slight chance of a shower, and even cooler after that. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 72 today, and clouds, a little bit of that drizzle this morning. Dries out more so on Thursday, 75, 77 on Friday. Then the weekend looking great. Upper 70s, mostly sunny Saturday, sunshine on Sunday. And then Monday dry, a little cooler with sunshine on Tuesday. Our umbrella winner today is Karen Mall from Millsboro. Congratulations, Karen, on your brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Bob, and the price to fuel your tank has fluctuated a lot in the past few weeks, but it has been getting lower. The lowest we have seen was just under $3, and that was last week, and that is nearly a full $1 lower than the cost of gas a year ago. One driver told Coast TV these prices are a lot lower than he's used to, but also they need to stay this way.
I think in order to kind of tame inflation, they need to establish a long-term price that's going to be lower, and that'll help tame inflation because the cost of transporting goods and services will go down.
We might see the cost of fuel change with the war in the Middle East, but for now prices are better than drivers have been used to.
Coming up next on Coast TV News today, the making of a mural in Rehoboth Beach. We'll tell you why restoring this piece of art is so important to one local community. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back.
As a comptroller of the state of Maryland, I view part of my job as identifying opportunities for people in every community across our state. And that's why I'm excited about Maryland Saves, a free and easy retirement savings option employers can offer their employees and make saving easier for Marylanders. Find out if your business qualifies for a $300 incentive and learn more about Maryland Saves at marylandsaves.com. Thanks, and see you soon.
NBC Nightly News, weeknights at 6:30 on Coast TV.
Positive, focused,
supportive, and goal-oriented. These are just a few qualities of coaches who inspire their athletes.
Each month, the Preston Automotive Group will select a coach who makes a difference and make a $500 donation to their organization. Then at the end of the year, 3 of these coaches will receive an extra donation to their program.
Nominate your coach today at delmarvasportsnetwork.com under the Features tab.
Delmarva Sports Network Coach Who Makes a Difference. Brought to you by Preston Automotive Group.
Foul odors, discolored water. Are you running out of hot water more quickly? These are all signs of sediment buildup in your water heater. And as the buildup becomes more severe, it can even cause a premature tank failure. Flushing the tank periodically can prevent these problems. FH Fur has you covered. Get a water heater flush for $49. That's right, a complete water heater flush for only $49. Act now and get a plumbing inspection free.
877-CALL-FUR. FHFur.com.
Flashing lights. See them, and you know to go slow. Now we put that same technology in the palm of your hand with Lizard Flare. It's the high-tech safety flare with no flame. Lizard Flare uses 15 high-intensity LED strobes that can be seen nearly a mile away, and a powerful magnet that sticks to your car without exiting the vehicle. Look, flares are dangerous, but Lizard Flare won't let you down. A dead battery, an empty gas tank. With Lizard Flare, help is on the way. Lizard Flare Pro has an ultra-bright flashlight too.
Get your Lizard Flare for only $9.99, but wait, Lizard Flare may be discontinued. Due to rising costs, Lizard Flare is stopping manufacturing effective immediately. There is a strict limit of 2 vehicle packs per order. Call now.
This may be your last chance, so call 1-800-604-4696. That's 1-800-604-4696, or visit lizardflare.com now.
We're Coast Country, and we're Delmarva proud.
Happening now, artwork that has brought so much joy is being restored to its former glory. The Developing Artists Collaboration getting a little financial help from Sussex County to complete that. The mural in Rehoboth Beach was originally commissioned in 2022 to help preserve the African American history of that community. But earlier this summer, a bad break, a car smashed into that mural. It destroyed pieces of the artwork that was first created by Terrence Vann. Now, it is a setback, but the DAC is rebuilding, and Leah Beach, the founder of the organization, says they went right back to work.
It's really important to continue to preserve the original Black and Brown community as much as we can, and so much of that is honoring the history, which is so unknown by so many people.
And the refurbished version of the mural is almost complete. The process has been made a little easier thanks to that $2,000 grant from Sussex County to help put on those finishing touches. All right, it's time now to bring back in First Alert meteorologist Bob Trahi. Bob, I'll be honest, when I first walked outside today, I didn't think beach weather.
Yeah, no.
No. What do you think?
No, I was thinking raincoat weather, maybe. Now, there is a little bit of patchy drizzle out there, so not a bad idea to grab the raincoat or even the umbrella. That mist could get heavy at times, and that's mainly this morning, and then we'll start to see sunshine. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, more clouds than sun today, and temperatures struggling to get to 70, mainly upper 60s for you. Waves around 3 to 5 feet, and there will be that gusty easterly wind making it kind of raw. Lewis and Rehoboth, you're seeing temperatures into the upper 60s, maybe 70, and I think you're seeing more in the way of sunshine into the afternoon hours. On the bay side, lots of clouds in Cambridge into the lower 70s for you and lower 70s as well as we go through the rest of the day. But the trend is for drier weather, lower humidity, and better weather end of the week into the weekend. Much more on your forecast coming up in the next half hour.
Thank you so much, Bob. Also, coming up after the break, wind turbine construction conversations. BOEM will be holding the first in its series supporting wind energy today. We'll tell you how you can learn more about the agency's plans.
On Tuesday night, both VP picks took the stage in what could be the final debate before the presidential election. We'll tell you which topics revealed major policy differences.
And hurricane help out of Delaware. We'll tell you where locals can donate to support those heavily impacted by the damage caused by Hurricane Helene. CoastTV News will be right back.
Fall's the time to give your lawn the attention it deserves. The cooler weather and optimal soil conditions make it the perfect time for overseeding and fertilizing. Visit Johnson's knowledgeable staff for proper steps using our lawn checklist to allow newly seeded grass to establish before the harsh winter arrives. Our grass seed is formulated for sandy soil on the eastern shore containing no inert matter. Also, don't forget to create your fall masterpiece at our Dunbar or grab supplies to feed your feathered friends. Johnson's Seed and Feed, your local team to keep your grass green.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back. Even if the paper is held up to the light, even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
Get ready for the spookiest night of the year. Milton Zombie Fest is creeping up on October 19th starting at 4 p.m. in downtown Milton. It's a haunted Mardi Gras like you've never seen before. Bring the whole family for bone-chilling fun with live music, freak shows, food trucks, costume contests, and a laser light show that'll leave you screaming for more. Admission is free, so come join the undead for a night you won't forget. For more info, visit miltontheater.com. Sponsored by CoastTV.
Now on Coast TV News.
We're seeing mainly cloudy skies this morning. Still some areas of patchy drizzle. Otherwise, we start to finally dry out. We'll see great weather to end the weekend into the weekend as well. A good-looking weekend on the way. Details coming up.
Offshore wind saga continues. Details about an upcoming meeting to go over plans for the construction of wind turbines off the coast.
The Vice Presidential Debate Recap, a look at the highlights from the high-stakes face-off between Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and U.S. Senator J.D. Vance from Ohio.
And the summer may be over, but it's now beach season for our four-legged friends in Rehoboth Beach.
This is Coast TV News Today.
It is 5:28. Good morning, everybody. I'm Paige Marley.
And I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, Elisa, wet conditions today, but if we want some silver lining this weekend, looking pretty good.
I'm excited about that. My dad's coming to visit me, and it's nice when you have visitors and you have good weather. I mean, it's only New Jersey to Delaware. It's not that much different, but
you know.
He doesn't go to the beach a lot, so we might walk on the boardwalk at Rehoboth. So I'm happy that Bob said that there's going to be some good weather. So thanks for that, Bob, and tell us a little bit more about the week.
Oh, thanks, ladies. I'm glad I got the stamp of approval. And it sounds like, Elisa, your dad's bringing the nicer weather with him. So we're looking forward to that. Well, not so great right now. Still seeing a lot of clouds. Tough to tell. But we have drizzle across the area right now. So not a bad idea to grab the raincoat, umbrella. Nothing all that heavy. Just kind of a nuisance drizzle right now. But lots of clouds out there. And still maybe a little bit of rain farther back to the west along the I-95 corridor. We do have a cold front back farther to the west near Pittsburgh right now, and that will move in later today in a weakened state, but eventually bring drier air. We're looking at temperatures in the 60s out the door right now, and a gusty wind along the coast over 20 miles per hour could cause a little flooding at time of high tide. Here is Futurecast. We've got the clouds, a little bit of drizzle this morning, and temperatures slowly rising through the 60s. By noon, lots of clouds, a few breaks, and still maybe a little bit of drizzle, and then it dries out for good as we go into the afternoon and evening hours with more in the way of sunshine. Bus stop forecast for the kids. Make sure they have their rain gear just in case. Some drizzle and light rain, 65, but then drier heading home, sun and clouds, and around 71 degrees.
Thank you so much. Buckets of shampoo and cleaning products. That's what was donated Tuesday morning at Old Paths Church of Christ in Georgetown. People there are banding together to provide emergency immediate response aid to those impacted by Hurricane Helene.
And donations are accepted for this first trip to Georgia until Friday, October 4th. And as Zakiya Jennings shows us, they have a huge demand to fill.
Packing boxes with donations for those facing the devastation of Hurricane Helene. Donations are now accepted in Georgetown at Old Paths Church of Christ. Sherry Long, a veteran, is helping to coordinate donation drop-offs in all 3 counties.
There are people that are hurting. That's been going on in our country for a while, but this is something that's very real and something that we can do something about, and we're hopeful for September 12th.
Long recalls September 12, 2001 as a day when the American people came together for a common cause. Chris Moore dropped off some of the requested essential items, water, and dog food. Moore agreed that it's time to band together even if people across Delmarva aren't directly impacted by Helene.
Well, why not help out our fellow Americans, you know? So we're all in this together. It could be us next time.
Water, toilet paper, wipes, and toothpaste. Those are just some of the essential items being asked for. Those items will go into boxes on Friday and put onto a trailer headed to Georgia on Saturday. As she continues to help coordinate this effort, Long says,
"Thank you. Keep praying. Help where you can. Love your brother and sister. We're all Americans."
The goal is to fill this entire space with essential items like sanitary napkins and canned goods. And if you aren't able to donate this week, don't worry. Donations will continue to be accepted as long as there is devastation in the Southeast. In Georgetown, I'm Zakiya Jennings, Coast TV News.
J.D. Vance squared off. They squared off overnight in the first and only vice presidential debate.
Yeah, their answers to very important questions showed just how razor-tight this race for the White House is, with less than 5 weeks until Election Day.
And the two sparred over major policy differences on immigration, abortion, and the economy.
Proper way to handle this, as messy as democracy sometimes is to let voters make these decisions, let the individual states make their abortion policy.
How can we as a nation say that your life and your rights, as basic as the right to control your own body, is determined on geography?
The debate stayed largely focused on domestic policy, but the nominees did weigh in on spiraling conflicts in the Middle East. This, of course, just hours after Iran's missile strikes into Israel.
And happening today, the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management will begin a series of public meetings regarding the plans for the construction of offshore wind turbines. The structures would be as close as 3.5 miles from the Ocean City shoreline, and the proposed project would be in addition to 114 938-foot tall turbines 10.7 miles from the shoreline that were already approved earlier in September. The meeting is tonight from 6 to 8 p.m. and people can register online.
Also happening today, after a firefighter was killed in the line of duty, Ellendale will be discussing plans to honor its fallen hero. Town Council will discuss installing a tree or a bench for Thomas Berry III. Barry was killed by an electrical pole while trying to help victims of a car accident. Barry volunteered in Ellendale and in Georgetown Fire Companies, and you'll be able to hear the potential plans at that town council meeting at 7 tonight.
New this morning, Berlin will welcome a new town official after Tuesday's election. Incumbent Mayor Zach Tyndall ran unopposed and served another term as mayor, and that is the same situation in District 2 for Jack Orris. He will serve another term as town council. Incumbent council member Shanika Nichols beat challenger Daniel Paakey. Nichols received 62 votes compared to the 4 votes for Paakey.
New rules for the road in Delaware. Governor Carney signed House Bill 297 into law, making developers accountable for paving neighborhood roads. This legislation requires developers to pay 110% of the bond for internal roads up front. That prevents taxpayers from covering these costs. The bill had unanimous support from both the House and the Senate, and it's expected to help protect community interests.
And on Friday, on October 4th, the Laurel School District will implement a fully online learning day. The district says it's due to more than 70 staff absences, impacting its ability to maintain a safe classroom environment. Students will receive independent assignments, and teachers will be available through email for any questions.
Dock workers hit the picket lines in a historic port strike that could impact prices. Thousands of U.S. dock workers walked off the job early Tuesday morning after failing to come to an agreement with the U.S. Maritime Alliance. They're now asking for increased pay and less automation. The strike is clogging dozens of ports along the east and Gulf coasts, and it could potentially raise consumer prices ahead of the holiday season. President Biden has issued a statement Tuesday calling for a fair offer from the U.S. Maritime Alliance.
And the video on your screen right now is coming from Baltimore, Maryland. And when it comes to the brokering of potential deals, labor experts say the White House has just 2 tools, using the bully pulpit and invoking the Taft-Hartley Act, which would force the longshore workers to get back on the job. Analysts at the Bank of America predict the president will pull the Taft-Hartley Act lever if the strike lasts a few weeks.
Israel Defense Forces say that Iran has launched ballistic missiles at Israel, causing sirens to sound all over that country. Orange fire illuminated the sky over Israel as news crews in both Tel Aviv and across the border in Tyre, Lebanon, viewed the apparent missiles being fired. Even smaller strikes of light, they were also viewed. They appear to be coming from Israel's aerial defense system as the country began to try to ward off that attack. U.S. officials warned earlier in the day that Iran was preparing a ballistic missile strike targeting Israel.
And we have a lot more news to get to, so don't go anywhere.
Still ahead this morning, Lewis water woes. We're going to tell you where a new water main for the town will go after a break this summer.
And betting on Baltimore, the Orioles in a win or season-ending game will show you the first game in the wild card matchup.
Also ahead this morning, Ocean City Cruise in a special event zone coming up for a beloved annual event. What police say you need to know about the rules in town during the special event zone. Stick with us on CoastTV News today.
We salute Justin Givens. Justin Givens serves as a 911 operator and trainer at the Sussex County Emergency Operations Center, carrying on a proud family tradition in emergency services. His family's roots run deep in the community, with his father and brother having served in the Laurel Fire Department and his mother as an ambulance associate. When he's not guiding emergency responses or mentoring new operators, Justin enjoys music, golfing, and boating. We salute Justin for his dedication to public safety and his ongoing commitment to serving and protecting his community.
Spicer Brothers and CoastTV are honoring military persons and first responders serving Delmarva. If you have a family member, friend, or community member that you would like to nominate for a CoastTV salute, go to coasttvsalutes.com.
I'm on the edge and I'm fighting for my life.
We don't get second chances, which is why we follow orders.
We're going in. Yeah.
Sometimes we gotta step in and protect people.
There you are.
There'll be some changes at Firehouse 51.
Something about him makes me nervous.
We need restraint, not revenge.
Being able to help, you do a lot of good.
Chicago Wednesday, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
In Sussex County, Beach Mobile Home and RV Supply has the parts you need. Powered by over 30,000 square feet of inventory at brass sales and an amazingly knowledgeable staff, we offer
plumbing, electrical, windows, doors, tubs, showers, and even roofing and skirting for your manufactured home. Plus an extensive selection of parts and supplies for your RV no matter the class, size, or style. Beach Mobile Home and RV Supply in Long Neck, Delaware. Your home improvement superstore for all your manufactured housing and RV needs.
Upgrade your roof. Whether it's metal roofing or shingles, Alpha Roofing and Siding is the pinnacle of protection and style, using premium materials that withholds any harsh conditions that are covered by a 50-year material warranty. Get free gutter guards with your new roof and 12 months no interest. Ask us how to save 30% with the federal tax credit on solar skylights. Call today for more details. Alpha Roofing and Siding, where protection comes first and setting the standard is our legacy.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, sharing joy coast-wide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Sponsored by Tidal Health.
.540 on our Wednesday morning. Cloudy, some patchy drizzle out there, so grab the umbrella. Tidal Health Camp in Salisbury, 63. Visibility is pretty good, about 8 to 10 miles. And that said, though, there is still a little bit of drizzle out there, and even some radar returns around 113 and east of 113 in Sussex County. Maybe a little bit of light rain with the drizzle as well. And there is some more farther back to our west, and then even farther to the west is a cold front. That will dry us out with time. Temperatures out the door into the 60s and gusty winds along the coast. Maybe a little flooding at time of high tide. But driving to work, watch for drizzle and light rain, maybe some slippery roads, especially with the leaves on the roads. I gave it the yellow light, and then the green light heading home, sun and clouds. Call the CoastTV First Alert weather phone. It's sponsored by Baird, Dallas, Brockstead, and Federico.
Thank you so much, Bob. The drivers in Ocean City getting ready for another special event zone. According to the OC Police Department, from October 8th until the 13th, there will be a special event zone in place for endless summer cruising. This means reduced speed limits and increased fines for any traffic violations, plus a stronger police presence to enforce traffic laws. And attendees, you're urged to keep sidewalks clear and follow pedestrian safety guidelines. Trailer parking permits are required for participants, with limited parking options available during this time.
And thanks to some help from DNREC and the Delaware Forest Service, the Delaware Botanic Garden will host a free tree giveaway this month. The event takes place on October 12th at 9 a.m. and it will offer about 250 native trees on first-come, first-served basis, limited to 1 tree per person. This is a part of the Tree for Every Delawarean initiative, which encourages locals to enhance the landscape during the fall planting season.
Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
What's going on, sports fans? The Baltimore Orioles had game 1 of the Wild Card Series at Camden Yards. The O's hosting the Kansas City Royals. Whichever team wins 2 first advances in the postseason. Wild Card Series between the Orioles and the Royals. The crowd is juiced up. Cole Reagan's on the hill for Kansas City. 4th inning, no score. The lefty was dealing early. First, he gets Anthony Santander with some cheddar on the top shelf. Next batter, Ryan Mountcastle waves at a curve and misses. Reagan's with 5 Ks through 4 innings, still no score. 5th inning, same score. Corbin Burns pitching for the O's. MJ Melendez rips a liner and Ryan Mountcastle snags it and tags the bag for the double play. Take another look. Mountcastle with the quick reaction. Burns loves it, still no score. 5th inning, still all zeros. Runners on the corners for Baltimore. Reagan's dealing first. She strikes out James McCann. Next batter, Gunnar Henderson goes down swinging. The southpaw wins 6 scoreless innings with 8 strikeouts. Still no score. 6th inning, same score. Bobby Witt Jr. sends one through the hole off Burns for a hit. Michael Garcia comes in to score. The Royals would take the 1-0 lead and take game 1, 1-0. And the Delmarva Sports Network will be at Camden Yards tonight for the 4:38 p.m. first pitch. That'll for sports. Have a great day, everybody.
And don't forget, coming up today on DSN, we have your game of the night at 6. James M. Bennett facing off against Pocomoke Field Hockey. At 8, you can catch the episode of Watch Delmar Into the Trenches. At 10:30, it's the final score on the DSN Plus app. It's your game of the night we just mentioned at 6, but also at that time, an app exclusive. James M. Bennett taking on Mardella in girls soccer. At 5:30, another app exclusive. St. George's Tech playing Odessa in volleyball.
And a 4-time Oscar nominee is back with a new film based on an acclaimed memoir. David Daniel has what you can expect from today's Hollywood Minute.
You can feel a vibration in Orkney. A low rumble. It takes over the whole island and every part of your body. But there is only so much height any wave can sustain before it comes crashing down.
Saoirse Ronan produces and stars in The Outrun, based on Amy Liptrott's memoir. She plays a woman who reluctantly leaves London for her family home in Scotland's Orkney Islands in an attempt to get and stay sober.
It's truly a memoir. It's documenting a point in someone's life, the highs and the lows. And addiction, and her addiction is obviously almost sort of the villain of the piece, but there is such a rich world and life around her, and really the sort of heart of the story is her rediscovering that, is seeing what's been around her this whole time.
My body is a continent. My breath pushes the clouds across the sky, and the waves roll into the shore in time with my beating heart.
The Outrun is in theaters Friday. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
We're still dealing with some patchy drizzle, light rain out there this morning. Grab the rain gear. You can see the visibility is a little limited in that in Salisbury right now. And then we'll start to dry it out. The sun does return, especially for the end of the weekend. The weekend looking good then. Your full forecast coming up after the break.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on CoastTV.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard has led to a lot of firsts for me. It paid for me to be the first person in my family to go to school and graduate debt-free. That education helped me get to the first day at my career, a job that I can still hold while I serve part-time. That job and the home loan benefits I got from my service helped me buy my first home. And I take pride knowing I will be the first to respond if my community ever needs me.
To learn more, visit nationalguard.com/DC.
Tunnel & Razor is a full-service law firm that locals have trusted for over 130 years. We specialize in personal injury, real estate, family law, estate planning, and criminal cases, achieving superior results through skillful representation and outstanding client service. We take the time to fully understand our clients' concerns and expectations, with multiple locations throughout Sussex County to better serve you. Our dedication to helping people is what creates community. Tunnel & Razor. Trust us to be your voice.
Pulling up to a great-looking home is nice. Curb appeal is important. But here on the coast, even more important is dock appeal. At T&G Builders, if you can dream it, we can create it. For uncompromising quality, contact T&G Builders to design and build your coastal dream home. Over 30 years of integrity, empathy, and love. T&G Builders, the sign of quality. Visit us online at tg-builders.com.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, sharing joy coast-wide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Sponsored by Tidal Health.
It is 5:48 on your Wednesday morning, and we are going to go now take a live look at Rehoboth Beach. It's hard to tell. That is the boardwalk area right now, which I'm sure it's maybe a little wet, but maybe some people outside are going to enjoy the boardwalk today, Bob.
I think so. You know, it's not pouring rain, Paige, but we still have some patchy light rain and drizzle out there. The satellite picture and the radar really not doing it justice. You know, it is a little misty out there still. So, you know, for the next few hours, make sure you have your umbrella and raincoat. As clouds and radar showing actually some returns now near Milford and Ellendale and Federalsburg, maybe light rain mixed in with that patchy drizzle. And back to Millsboro, seeing some light rain to Long Neck and Selbyville as well. Just enough to get the wiper blades going and make it a little miserable out there, and the roads may be a little slick. There are still some showers back towards the I-95 corridor. There is a cold front now making its way into western PA and into the Appalachian Mountains, and then that moves in later today. It weakens as it does so, but there is dry air behind that front in the form of high pressure, and then that higher pressure and drier air will build in as we go through the end of the week into the weekend. Out the door with some of that mist and light rain, 63 in Seaford, 65 in Redden. Bethany Beach up to Rehoboth right now, 68. And we've got a pretty good easterly wind along the coast, sustained around 15 miles per hour and gusting over 20 miles per hour at times. So that's piling up the water. So the next high tide cycle could see some minor flooding in some places, coastal Sussex County. We have this coastal flood advisory going until noon, and also a coastal flood advisory Dorchester, Somerset, Wycomico until Thursday morning. Once again, at time of high tide, we could be looking at the flooding conditions, minor flooding. We're looking at futurecast this morning, lots of clouds, some pockets of drizzle and light rain. Late morning, it should dry up, but still some clouds, and temperatures only slowly rising from the 60s into the 70s. By 4 o'clock, we finally start to get more in the way of some sunshine with lower 70s inland, 60s at the beaches, and then overnight we do clear it out. We could see some patchy fog as we go into Thursday morning, but we start to see 50s showing up for morning lows inland, a little warmer at the beaches. And then as we go into your Thursday, some clouds and sun, and temperatures warmer well inland, mid-70s, cooler at the beaches. And then Friday morning, even cooler, some places dipping into the mid-50s away from the ocean. And then Friday, a good-looking day, mid-70s, maybe a few clouds. All in all, looking really nice. And for Friday evening football right now, and your Friday evening plans looking really good with drier air building in. And that'll be the case into the weekend. You see some green on the map. I would ignore that. I think we're looking at really nice conditions. A beautiful weekend to start October, or the first weekend of October. Then there's a front Monday and Tuesday. Could be a little bit of light rain, but I'm thinking mainly dry right now. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Cooler today with some of the clouds and drizzle. 75 Thursday, then Friday it starts getting pretty nice. Mostly sunny. 77, 79 Saturday, mostly sunny. Sunshine on Sunday, 77. So a great weekend for apple picking, pumpkin shopping, all that good stuff. Monday, 76, and then much cooler by Tuesday, 70, down to 49 by Wednesday morning.
Good news, Bob. And now you may remember a water main in Lewis breaking at the end of August, causing a boil water advisory to go in effect for about 24 hours. Now the Lewis Board of Public Works announced a new water main will be installed. You can see the Lewis and Rehoboth Canal on your screen right now, and that's where the main will go. This will be the first new main since the 50s, according to Lewis BPW, and people CoastTV spoke with say the main breaking was only a matter of time.
Water mains require maintenance. I think they're always going to reach an end of their life point. And once you know what that is, you just have to be careful, and the city's got to maintain it and keep an eye on it so it doesn't happen again.
Lewis BPW says with no delays, the line should be in by February.
Coming up next on CoastTV News today, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're going to show you new data that will give insight on the experience of women suffering from that illness.
For every season, every weather moment, stay ahead with the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone. Just call 443-880-9100. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by the law offices of Baird, Mandalis, Brockstead, and Federico.
As a comptroller of the state of Maryland, I view part of my job as identifying opportunities for people in every community across our state. And that's why I'm excited about Maryland Saves, a free and easy retirement savings option employers can offer their employees and make saving easier for Marylanders. Find out if your business qualifies for a $300 incentive and learn more about Maryland Saves at marylandsaves.com. Thanks, and see you soon.
Imagine a home that truly reflects your unique style and sophistication. Welcome to Bay to Beach Builders. Step into the brand new Idea Home and Design Studio in Greenwood, where your dream home takes shape. Select every style, every color, and every detail. Our design specialists will guide you through every step. Experience the unmatched quality of Amish craftsmanship, blended seamlessly with modern design. And the best part, our homes are surprisingly affordable, starting at under $200,000. Bay to Beach Builders. Imagine your home. Create your space. Live your life.
Beachy Furniture.
I think it's pronounced beche.
Maybe it's besh.
Welcome to Beachy Furniture.
So that's how you say it.
No matter how you say it, if you're in the market for new furniture, just remember, it better be Beachy. From bedding, dining, and comfortable seating indoors and out, to traditional and contemporary styles for every room in your home, you'll have everyone talking when you hear the name.
It's not pronounced Bechet.
Beachy Furniture, located next to the Mermaid a few miles from the Delaware beaches on US Route 9.
Solo Cup Saturday Night with me, Jared, 7 to 9 every Saturday on Coast Country, 103.9 and 106.3. Sponsored by Midshore Recyclers Incorporated.
Get the Coast TV News app, the latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Coastal news customized to your needs. Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices. Coast TV, our community, your news.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and the American Cancer Society estimates more than 310,000 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year. But a new report finds the number of women dying from the disease has dropped substantially over the past 35 years.
That is some good news. However, these gains haven't been felt by all women. As Breast Cancer Awareness Month kicks off, Mandy Gaither shows us the new data and what experts say needs to be done to close the disparity gaps in today's Health Minute.
It's good news, but also bad. First, a new American Cancer Society report reveals overall breast cancer death rates have plummeted 44% in the past 35 years.
Which is really a dramatic decrease. And we think that's, over 500,000 breast cancer deaths have been averted, which is really spectacular.
But researchers also discovered an upward trend in breast cancer incidence, with the steepest increase in women younger than 50, rising by 1% each year between 2012 and 2021, and Asian American and Pacific Islander women of any age increasing in that time by up to 2.7% a year. The report also says that while more white women are diagnosed with breast cancer, more black women die from it, especially young black women.
So if you're a black woman between the ages of 20 and 29, you're really 2 times more likely to die of breast cancer than your white classmate or your white colleague.
Dr. William Dayhut believes screenings and new treatments have led to the overall breast cancer death rate drop, but he says closing the disparity gaps for all women will take more research.
What is driving the cancer risk, whether it's obesity, changes in childbearing habits, or really whether it's a lot of it may be driven to really access to the right kind of care.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
It's now 5:56 this morning. We got to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
Yeah, and today's coastal pet of the day are 2 pretty pups. Look at them. And on your screen right now is Willow, the white dog, and Mia, the black dog. They're sitting pretty and ready for another fall day. Me too, girls. Mia and Willow were submitted to us by Diana in Millsboro.
Very cute. Don't forget, we love seeing all your pets. Keep sending us photos. Tell us what makes your pets so special. First, take a look at your screen.
And then scan the QR code at the top of your screen to submit your furry friends to Coast TV News. Then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all of the pets we feature.
It is now 5:57, and we're going to take a look at your forecast before you head out your door.
We're going to check in another time with First Alert meteorologist Bob Trihey.
Yeah, ladies, we are looking at, kind of misty, murky conditions this morning. Make sure you grab that rain gear. I think the drizzle hangs on for a couple more hours. Then we start to dry things out finally, but still lots of clouds throughout the day. I am hopeful for afternoon sunshine, but you see temperatures only rise a little bit from the 60s into the lower 70s. Around 72 later on with sunshine increasing. Paul Davis 10-day forecast warming up through the rest of the week and increasing sunshine, mostly sunny Friday. Weekend looking good. Upper 70s looking great. Great fall weekend. And then a more substantial cool down beginning next Tuesday with low 70s and sunshine, and then 40s at night.
Coming up at 6, there's been a rise in emergency calls in Rehoboth Beach, but the Rehoboth Beach Volunteer Fire Company says it does not have enough funding to support these calls. We'll tell you how the company is looking for the community for assistance. That and more when Coast TV News Today returns.